In high-stakes environments, the human brain has a severe structural limitation. Under long, continuous periods of stress, the quality of our judgment inevitably deteriorates. Look at this chart tracking professional decisions throughout a workday. As hours increase, the likelihood a judge grants parole declines sharply. Simultaneously, clinical diagnostic errors spike, with tired doctors highly likely to overprescribe unnecessary antibiotics. Early psychologists called this ego decretion. They viewed self-control as a physical muscle, one that consumes biological fuel, like glucose, and simply tires out after you force it to make thousands of micro-decisions. Modern researchers describe it differently. They point to a motivational model, suggesting that our mental exhaustion is actually a shift in our internal cost-benefit analysis. We don't run out of fuel. We just lose the willingness to pay the cognitive tax required for hard choices, opting instead to prioritize rest. Whether it's a drained muscle or a lack of motivation, the result is the same. Human cognition creates a dangerous, costly bottleneck in fields where late-day choices determine life or death outcomes. By 2026, the corporate landscape attempted to solve this bottleneck. We moved past passive, prompt-based chatbots and introduced a silicon workforce, goal-oriented, autonomous artificial intelligence. Unlike passive chatbots, Agentic AI operates on a continuous loop. It perceives data, reasons, acts, and learns in real time. This cognitive offloading delegates the labor of vetting data to a machine, bypassing the human bottleneck through autonomous action. Industry groups projected that this transition would automate or augment half of all business decisions by 2027. The goal was to expand the breadth of scenarios a single person could manage, while removing the friction of daily routine choices. But if autonomous systems are making our decisions for us, why are modern workers reporting higher levels of mental exhaustion than ever before? Because the nature of our work shifted. We traded active creation for cognitive surveillance. A worker's primary job is now babysitting algorithms and vetting massive, relentless volumes of machine-generated outputs. Constantly exercising executive control over opaque, fast-moving AI systems creates an acute focus deficit. Psychologists now refer to this specific strain as AI brain fry. You can see the breaking point on this line chart comparing human-only against AI-intensive workflows. A human working alone hits a linear productivity ceiling, but the AI-assisted user's output plunges downward the moment they manage more than 3 concurrent AI tools. We successfully automated the raw decisions, but replaced them with the crushing weight of quality control. You can't just look away and let the agents run, because AI doesn't fail the way traditional software does. Instead of crashing with a clear error code, it suffers from agentic drift, quietly degrading as its data environments change. This creates a hidden maintenance tax. An autonomous agent will confidently send out hallucinated, incorrect responses for weeks, quietly poisoning a company's pipeline before a human even notices the error. Take Klarna, for example. They launched a fully automated AI customer service model that quickly processed millions of chats. But they had to abandon the AI-only approach after the system failed to handle complex, emotional edge cases, trapping frustrated customers in endless dispute loops. Or consider the legal precedent set by Air Canada. Their chatbot hallucinated a fake bereavement fare policy to a customer. A civil tribunal ruled the company was directly liable for the AI's promises, establishing that automated systems are a direct, non-negotiable legal exposure. The philosopher Albert Camus famously wrote about Sisyphus, a man doomed to roll a heavy boulder up a hill for eternity. The modern professional is trapped in a similar, absurd cycle, endlessly vetting AI errors and debugging hallucinations, only for the machine to drift again. Without rigorous human oversight, a silicon workforce is a liability generator. The promise of hands-free automation requires an exhausting amount of hands-on management. Relying too heavily on these systems creates a dangerous illusion of mastery. When users blindly trust a confidently wrong AI, a psychological trap known as automation bias, they suffer cognitive atrophy, losing foundational skills needed to spot errors. Organizations use an antifragile decision budget, mapping tasks by risk. The bottom tiers, routine choices, are assigned to AI to safely conserve willpower. But the top tiers, mission-critical tasks, must be strictly walled off, requiring a human gateway to prevent systemic drift. High-performing leaders have always relied on a version of this budget. Historical figures intentionally restricted trivial, low-risk choices, like what to wear or eat, to preserve their finite cognitive energy for global stakes. As analytical tasks move into the algorithmic loop, the professional advantage shifts towards judgment and the ability to build relationships. In high-stakes environments, value remains with the person who can bring clarity during a hard moment, a capability that cannot be automated. Artificial intelligence is an incredible architecture for eliminating routine fatigue, but human wisdom must remain the architect, ensuring that our technological progress leads to actual flourishing,